3:30 p.m. Cameroonian time, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the afternoon edition of Prime Flash, coming to you live from the studios of My Media Prime Television here in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala, with me, FON QUINTA. Now, the Minister of Public Health, Dr. Manawuda Malachi, is representing the head of state, President Paul Biya, at the burial of Ali Mayatu, Secretary of State in the Ministry of Public Health in charge of epidemics and pandemics. He died aged 75 on Sunday, April 5, following an illness. His mother remains left Yaoundé for Garoua this morning. Now, 6 persons have died after a clandestine transport car collided with a Land Cruiser along Baturi-Betwa stretch. Reports say the public transport vehicle left Betwa on top speed, heading for Baturi, and in an attempt to overtake a private car, it collided, leaving all 6 occupants dead. The victims have been taken to Baturi District Hospital. Meanwhile, police have opened investigation. Now, kidney patients in Yaoundé yesterday disrupted traffic flow around the Yaoundé Teaching Hospital, protesting against lack of adequate kits for their treatment. The patients blocked roads from Melen to Carrefour Imia, carrying placards demanding kits promised them by administration of the medical facility. Now, the governor of the West Region, Awafonka Augustine, has restricted funeral services for 2 months in his region. In a press release of Monday, April 5, Mr. Awafonka indicates it is a move to curb the spread of coronavirus in the West Region of the Republic of Cameroon. Now, the divisional officer for Jakiwi has restricted circulation of motorcycles within Jakiwi from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. In a press release dated Monday, April 5, the divisional officer for Jakiwi subdivision, Andro Monoke Epule, banned the circulation of motorbikes within the municipality. Though the exact reason for the decision is not stated, he added that exception is given to motorbikes of forces of law and order involved in security operations. Out of the country, one of the most powerful armed groups in Central African Republic has vowed to withdraw from the rebel alliance, whose main aim was to overthrow President Faustin Archange Touadera. The leader of the Union for Peace in Central African Republic has apparently, in a handwritten note, cited the suffering endured by citizens as the reason for leaving the coalition of Patriots for Change rebel alliance. The letter, attributed to UPS leader Ali Dorosa Muhammad, added that continued attacks in several parts of the country had led to deaths, starvation, and lack of access to humanitarian assistance. Now, manhunt is currently on for all 1,800 inmates who escaped prison after attackers armed with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades launched a series of coordinated attacks in southeastern Nigeria, freeing more than 1,800 inmates. The coordinated attacks come less than 2 weeks after another wave of violence in southeastern Nigeria, when at least a dozen security officers were killed during attacks on 4 police stations, military checkpoints, and prison vehicles. Efforts are in top gear to rearrest the fleeing detainees. Now, Tanzania's President Samia Suluhu Hassan has hinted on major changes in the country's response to COVID-19 pandemic. The president announced plans for an expert task force to advise government on anti-coronavirus measures, thus departing her from the stance by her predecessor John Magufuli, who often dismissed the presence of coronavirus in Tanzania. The president also hinted at major potential changes in the country's foreign policy, directing the new foreign minister to set about maintaining international relations. And Mozambican President Filipe Nyusi has announced a nighttime curfew in all of the country's provincial capitals for 21 days to stop the spread of coronavirus. The president urged Mozambicans to adhere to the measures put in place to prevent the spread of the virus so that life can return to normalcy soon. According to the president, the country must protect health professionals more and ease the impact of the third wave of the pandemic, which has been more severe in other countries. He says the second wave of the pandemic had 5 times more cases, 6 times more hospitalizations, and 7 times more fatalities. This report from Mozambique ends the 3:30 p.m. edition of Prime Flash on My Media Prime Television. My name is FON QUINTA. The news was compiled and produced by EWANE and NOLINGA. Ella, stay tuned to more programs on The African Eye. Goodbye.